Hi everyone, I'm Marcy, and you want to know what scares me? How many people throw away perfectly good pumpkins when they're done decorating with them. So today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make homemade pumpkin puree. I love this time of year and embrace everything about it, which for me includes a trip to the pumpkin patch. A few weeks ago, my husband and I visited one not far from where we live, and it had a corn maze, some giant sunflowers, livestock. It was the whole fall experience. And of course, I couldn't leave without buying the perfect pumpkin. I kept it and another one I bought at the grocery store on my kitchen counter where they've looked so festive, but now it's time to turn them into pumpkin puree. This pumpkin is a sugar pie variety. As the name suggests, it's sweeter and perfect for baking pies and other sweet treats. And this one is considered a carving pumpkin, but so long as you don't carve it and put a candle in it, it's perfectly edible. The only difference is it's not as sweet and it's a lot more watery, so you kind of have to strain a lot of that liquids, but it's not a big deal. All you need for that is some cheesecloth, so it's just one more step. So let's go ahead and get started.
First thing you'll need to do is cut off the stem and cut your pumpkins into half, or at least into more manageable pieces. This, of course, requires a sharp knife and some muscle.
When I was a kid, my mom wouldn't even mess with a knife. She would just pick up the pumpkin and bam, slam it into the floor, and however it cracked is how she would bake it. There's a little cleanup involved, but she didn't have to struggle like this.
Once the pumpkins are cut open, I'm going to remove the seeds and all the stringy membrane. I typically use both my bare hands and a spoon to do this. And by the way, I don't throw away the pumpkin seeds. I rinse them off, let them dry, and roast them for about 10 to 15 minutes in the oven with just a little bit of salt, and they make a delicious, healthy snack. But that's not what this video is about. I'm going to get these pumpkins as clean as possible.
Now, should you come upon a little piece that looks like it's rotted, you definitely want to cut that out. All right, I cut off all the bad part. The rest of this is good.
Now that that's taken care of, I'm going to place the pumpkin onto a cookie sheet that's been lined with parchment paper, and I'm placing them with the flesh side down. I then cover with aluminum foil and stick them in the oven at 400 degrees. This should take anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, depending on the size of your pumpkins. Just use a fork or a toothpick to check them. If it easily pierces through, it's done.
Okay, I can see that the larger pumpkin isn't quite ready, but I can easily stick a fork into the smaller one. So the smaller pumpkin is definitely done after 40 minutes, but I'm gonna let the larger pumpkin continue to cook. I just need to take out the small one.
Now you let it cool for a bit, then use a spoon to scoop out the flesh and put it directly into your food processor or blender and puree.
This looks great. And that's it for the sugar pie pumpkin puree. All I'm going to do now is just put it in this jar and then store it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. And it's delicious. You're going to love it way, way better when it's fresh versus puree from a can. All right, that's it for this one. I can go ahead and start on the other one, and I don't even have to wash this out because it's all right if you mix them. Last batch. I have to puree this pumpkin in increments because it's so much larger, but you'll immediately see a difference. Look how much more water is in this puree. These purees could not be more different. This one from the carving pumpkin has so much more water in it. So what you need to do is line a colander with multiple layers of cheesecloth, put the puree in there, and just let all that liquid strain. Now I'm actually using my vintage food mill because I think you'll be able to see this better, and I've got this measuring cup underneath, and this should fill up completely with all that excess liquid.
This takes a little while, so walk away and let it do its thing.
Almost 4 cups, and there's still more to go. This looks good. I still need to finish with the rest of this puree, but you get the idea. You just seal the jars, put them in the refrigerator, and use them within the next few weeks. Now, I will say that you're gonna wanna taste the puree from the larger pumpkin because sometimes it can be hit or miss. And if you happen to get a pumpkin that just doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it, then don't use it for baking. What you can do is turn it into a pumpkin soup. Just saute some onions, throw in a cube of chicken bouillon, add some cream, and it'll be delicious. As for me, I'll probably start tomorrow morning with some pumpkin pancakes, and then I may make some pumpkin empanadas, which, by the way, if you want the recipe for that, I'll include the link for you up here. Hey, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps my channel grow.
Thanks so much for checking out this video. Let me know in the comments what your favorite pumpkin recipe is. I also invite you to follow me at Marcy Inspired on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, blessings from my kitchen to yours.